This is for people who find the combat on normal difficulty a bit too hard for their taste.
Hey guys, welcome. Today is Random Day and this is a new series I'm gonna do. I'm just presenting to you guys some random stuff. It could be anything, it could be gameplay, could sit here. I'm gonna show you this one here. This is my, a video from 2016 which I created, edited it for learning the English language actually. You may know this game here, Underrail. I've never really played much since I used it for learning, and if you do that and if you translate everything you see, which I did when I started learning before I made those videos, then it can be tiring in terms of you are getting bored of this game after not even finishing the tutorial or something. But the game itself is still interesting, so maybe I'm gonna play so many games. Anyway, so this video I've edited. I'm gonna show you this a little bit, just partially first, and in the end, if you're interested, I'm gonna show you the whole video without my commentary. So you see that I basically what I did is I really learned with games. I really did. I have so many, I have books, maybe not books, but almost at least one book full with exercises of games, which I wrote down everything like this, everything I didn't understood. This was my focused exercise. It's not necessary to do that. You can learn in so many ways. I don't want to go into that today too deep, but it's good to have a focus exercise where you really try to get everything. But it's also good to sometimes just watch something without understanding. For example, when you watch a movie in another language and you don't understand anything, that's totally fine. Do not worry about it. Just keep doing it. You will understand more and more, and it's gonna be easier and easier. That's for sure. Just saying it besides, because this is just a part of what I did. Anyways, you can see I'm getting excited when I talk about that. I really have to talk a lot about this. I love doing that. Question is if there is somebody listening. Probably not. But it doesn't really matter in the end. It really doesn't matter. So I'm gonna just show you the video, and before I do that, I'm just gonna show you what I did. So you see here, for example, I started a game and I could, at this point, this is from 2016, I think I could, I learned already a little bit. I started in 2016 and I think the half 2016 year, the first half year, I learned a lot of new words, and so I could already say this, I think, and people, so this was good. But certain words I didn't know and I couldn't say them, so their pronunciation was very difficult to me. So what I did is I just wrote everything down. Probably, I think I wrote it down, yeah, and put it into a website where you could, I forgot the website's name, unfortunately, but what you could do is writing in the website something and downloading it, what the written word in an MP3. This is what I did. So I edited this later in a video editing program, then I listened to that over and over and over again, and so that I could practice speaking and listening and also reading, because reading is really tough for me, and this is how I did this. You see, this is the text. I couldn't read very well, and so I edited it, and then you see this is for people who find the combat on normal difficulty a bit too hard for their taste. Player character has doubled their normal amount of health, while medical consumables. So this one, for example, I didn't know. So I already knew when I was focusing that, player makes sense, character for sure. This is stuff even if you don't even learn the language. But has doubled the amount of has doubled their normal amount of health. Still, this is doable. While I'm not sure if I knew what that means, but if the context, so good enough. This for sure I didn't know. So what I did when I did not know the word is translating it immediately and seeing what it actually means in the German. Here it's the consumables, Verbrauchsmaterial. Heal for more and have reduced cooldown. So I hope I read this correctly. Anyway, I'm so excited when I talk about this, so you have to give me a little bit, bear with me. And then here on occasion, I didn't know what that means, so I wrote down gelegentlich, and so on. So this is what I did. You can listen in the end of this video to the original version because it's fun. I have many of different little lessons I created for myself to learn the language. So I maybe show you from time to time stuff like that, and at some point maybe I'm gonna make a video because I have so many notes written down and little stuff I thought it's interesting, and yeah, someday I'm gonna make a video. And until then I'm gonna just make those random videos because it's fun to make and it's a good practice too. It's always practice, and even though people don't really watching it, I don't assume anybody does, it's still good to do that, and that's why I'm doing it. Also, again, random day can be everything. Can be this, or I'm gonna show you some whatever. It could be anything, like old Blender stuff I did when I started, or well, you know, when I find something funny. I have also this one here. I just want to show you this one. So when I started, actually, I started really from the scratch because I never learned the language at school because I went to a school for dummies, and I can say that because I went there. I keep saying that because it's really so many dumb stuff. Anyway, so I did this, and this is something I did only once. I thought it might be a good idea to create your own, what's the word again? Wörterbuch. You know, the book with where you can check the words. I know the Japanese word, jisho. I don't know the English word right now. Anyway, you know what I mean. And I thought it's maybe a good idea to make my own book. I forgot the name. Anyway, I have to continue. To write down every word, which probably is valuable to me, and so I did, and you can see I wrote a lot down, always bustling with activity. See, I didn't even remember this one. And here's the thing, this is a bullshit exercise, actually. The reason is you can, at the beginning you think, okay, it makes sense to maybe start to remembering words, and yeah, it kind of is fun in the first 2 months or something, but after a while you figure out that it's fucking boring to do that. And if you force yourself to keep doing it because you think that's the right way, you're gonna give up. I promise you that. That's not what you can do for a long time. So I did this once, and you see I did this very accurate and so on, but I never used it once, and then I never really touched this again. Simply it was not necessary, and it's so boring. It's so boring, and that's dangerous. If something is very boring, you're gonna give up. And but one thing is good. At the first day when I wrote this, it wasn't boring the first 2 days, so it was fun. And there is one rule I always say: if something is fun to you, then this cancels out almost everything else. So I can't. This I just used from comment cancel out. Anyway. So if something is fun, then even if you like that, and this is fun for you for months, then it's the right way still. But if you think it's boring, you are on the wrong way. I tell you that. It is sometimes tedious to learn. It's frustrating as heck. But you can always make it fun. And if it's too overwhelming to learn, learn less. It's better to learn less than nothing. It's always bad to stop completely. So if you think I cannot do 20 minutes a day, but maybe 10, then do 10 minutes, and you will see it motivates you if you keep doing it. And if you think that's too much, do 5. I mean, 20 minutes people say is the right amount for focused study. There is a lot of stuff you can do besides while you are, when you are cleaning your room, whatever, just listen to the language you want to learn, for example, without trying to understand everything. And we are done here, see? Yeah, again, I mean, maybe I'm gonna make someday a video about that, because, I wrote down a lot of little notes. But since I'm such a crazy character in terms of I have so many ideas, I want to realize some of them, but I want to do it well. And that's the problem. If you want to do it well, you are ending up getting too perfect, and that's not good. So whatever, I thought this is what I'm gonna do now, showing you random stuff. Next time maybe some gameplay or whatever. Well, thanks for watching. That's it. Bye bye.
This is for people who find the combat on normal difficulty a bit too hard for their taste. Player characters has double the normal amount of health, while medical consumables heal 4 more and have reduced cooldown. Additionally, NPC will on occasion act less intelligently than on normal difficulty. This is for people who find the combat on normal difficulty a bit too hard for their taste. Player characters has double the normal amount of health, while medical consumables heal 4 more and have reduced cooldown. Additionally, NPC will on occasion act less intelligently than on normal difficulty. This is for people who find the combat on normal difficulty a bit too hard for their taste. Player characters has double the normal amount of health, while medical consumables heal 4 more and have reduced cooldown. Additionally, NPC will on occasion act less intelligently than on normal difficulty. Provides a lot of challenge to an average hardcore gamer with less room for error in combat. This is the way the game is meant to be played. Provides a lot of challenge to an average hardcore gamer with less room for error in combat. This is the way the game is meant to be played. Provides a lot of challenge to an average hardcore gamer with less room for error in combat. This is the way the game is meant to be played. This difficulty is meant for experienced players as it leaves very little room for error. Player character has reduced health, while medical consumables heal 4 less and have increased cooldown. Additionally, NPCs will on occasion act more intelligently than on normal difficulty. This difficulty is meant for experienced players as it leaves very little room for error. Player character has reduced health, while medical consumables heal 4 less and have increased cooldown. Additionally, NPCs will on occasion act more intelligently than on normal difficulty. This difficulty is meant for experienced players as it leaves very little room for error. Player character has reduced health, while medical consumables heal 4 less and have increased cooldown. Additionally, NPCs will on occasion act more intelligently than on normal difficulty. You gain experience up by collecting oddities scattered across an area and by completing quests. Higher-end oddities are found in progressively more dangerous and hard-to-access areas. No experience is granted for skill usage or killing, though some oddities are only dropped by creatures. You gain experience by killing enemies, completing quests and utilizing certain skills.